1976. I got a flyer from the School of Engineering inviting me to a lecture by Ben Rich.
Ben Rich was the director of Lockheed's Skunk Works for 16 years. He oversaw a number of USAPs that were secretly managed at the Skunk Works, including, most notably, the development of the F-117 stealth fighter.
Ben shared a slide set of about 40 slides of different things, starting with the U-2 spy plane, going all the way up to the stealth fighter at that time, mentioning that he couldn't talk about the other secret stuff. But when he ended his talk, he had a slide of a black disc zipping off into outer space. And he ended his talk with these words: "We now have the technology to take ET home."
Shape-shifting material that can transform itself in real time, changing colors and shape on demand. It sounds like special effects you would see in a sci-fi movie, but this is no illusion. Researchers at Intel teamed up with the academic community to make what they call programmable matter.
The basic idea is the notion that you could have a material that could change its shape or change its physical properties just by reconfiguring itself.
Forget about designing something in flat 2 dimensions. What about creating a 3D prototype of anything, even a car?
Open the doors, kick the tires, peek inside to see what it looks like, fit little dolls of, people inside of it.
This space-age stuff is like putty in your hands. Programmable matter is still in the early developmental stages. But Intel's Andrew Chin says one day we may be able to morph objects on demand to fit our human needs.
So for example, I have a Bluetooth earpiece and it fits me great, but then when I put on my sunglasses, it doesn't fit anymore. Wouldn't it be nice if it could change its shape subtly, right, to all of a sudden match that? All of these things are possible with programmable matter. We are definitely on the edge of discovery with this one.
Gary Tuckman, CNN, Atlanta.
Every square inch of every city will be alive with intelligence. Because every street and every building will have a network of microcomputers built right into them. Dr. Chris Piester calls it smart dust.
A smart dust particle, or mote, is a wireless sensor with sensing, computation, communication, and power in one package.
These all-in-one microcomputers will be small, very small.
The size of a mote today is about the size of a grain of rice. And we've shown that we can make the circuitry small enough and light enough that eventually it will be possible to make things that are on a sub-millimeter size scale.
Tiny specks of computer smart dust will form a vast, invisible network that can help manage the infrastructure of even the largest city.
Smart cities in the future will take this low-power, inexpensive, small technology and basically distribute it everywhere.
These tiny computers record information about their surroundings, information they can send to other computers or to you. Smart dust on the tracks will monitor your commuter train so you know if it's running late. Potholes will be able to report themselves and warn your car, and you'll never have to wait for a radio traffic report again.
They're monitoring the flow of traffic and giving you alerts about what route is the right way to go to keep the traffic moving.
Bridges will get a coating of smart dust particles that can warn us when they detect stress fractures, helping avoid deadly collapses. But smart dust will also allow buildings and streets to recognize you and respond accordingly.
I think increasingly the environment will respond to who we are and adapt in consequence.
The city will know where you are if you want it to.
Your workplace will know you. Smart dust at the entrance will boot up your computer. And smart dust embedded in the elevator doors will automatically ring your floor.
Smart dust is going to sense the environment and allow us to improve the way that we live our lives.
No matter how we live in the future city, it will be radically different.
5G is bringing such incredibly high speeds of communication traffic, internet type traffic, that it will totally disrupt several areas of society. And that they see that possibility. They're in the middle of the technology. They know what it's going to do. You don't have to be an expert from the outside to see what they're talking about. But in their mind, they're going to light up like a Christmas tree. they're going to light up the Internet of Things when 5G hits the streets. It's going to enable autonomous vehicles completely. It's going to enable smart buildings and smart sensors and built into streets and lamp posts and cameras, you know, that can do instant recognition of who's walking by. The tell for me was they had a gaming kind of contest the day before he talked. And they had some professional gamers come in and they were playing games, computer games, over 5G. The uniform response was, it was so instantaneous, it's like I was playing in a locally connected network. Bam! Just, there was no delay whatsoever. And the reason for that is not just the high speed of the data transfer, but they were able to, somehow they're able to achieve a 1 millisecond response time, where now, even with the fastest routers, you know, Wi-Fi routers, we're lucky, and LTE and stuff, we're lucky to even get a response time of 35, 30, 25 milliseconds. 1 millisecond response is unheard of in history. Never had it, even on a local area network where you had direct cables, you know, plugged into, say, 5 computers. You couldn't get that kind of response time, that turnaround time. That's the handshake that, you know, that I send you a message, whatever, you get it, you send me back. How long does it take it to get back to me that you're alive over there? Usually, and of course you say, well, what's 28 milliseconds? That's, you know, thousandths of a second, right? So when you talk going from like 30 milliseconds down to 1, that is beyond a game changer. So imagine all of the connected devices out there in the world that are enabled to 5G. That's their intent. Verizon and those companies are going to destroy the cable industry. They're going to destroy the satellite industry, you know, the TV and all that kind of stuff. And they'll be able to deliver this kind of, you know, real-time video and games and all of the Internet of Things, whatever. It's going to wake up in being instantaneously alive, like a living being, right? It's going to be alive with everything giving instant response, instant transmission of data, and they've got all these towers hooked together with fiber optics so they can collect it real quick. And you remember I said, follow the data, follow the power. Where's the data? This is all about data. Getting the data, well, what are they going to do with the data? Well, they know how to collect it now. They've lagged behind in analyzing the data, but that's catching up now. I said 2 or 3 years ago, I said, you just wait. The storage is already well advanced on how to get it on some kind of medium. But they didn't have the ability to analyze it yet. So the fact that they couldn't analyze it meant you're safe for a while. But now, with the advancement of AI, with the advancement of quantum computing as well, you have now the possibility that things can be analyzed instantly as they come in. This is the technocrat's wet dream. I just like, you know, they will be able to treat humanity like a single living organism.